Good morning. Thanks for being here. Um, we've been talking about the malas, and the malas are in yogic philosophy, if you will, are like shrouds or dust that accumulate on you that prevent you from feeling like you can be out there and be your best. So I like to think of it as dust that kind of dulls your shine. And there's three malas, and we've talked about anava mala, which is when you feel unworthy of whatever you're getting. And then the one we talked about last week was Maya mala, and that's when you feel separate or different than everybody else. And then the third mala is called karma mala, and karma mala is really just when you feel like you can't get things done, inability to act. You just can't get going. And so it gives you feelings of worry and fear. And those aren't good, right? So we have to remember that if we can check in with our soul that's always shiny, that was made perfectly by something greater that we're connected to, that we can then just come out and shine like we're meant to shine. So close your eyes and just turn inward to your breath. It's a matter of just checking in, remembering we have everything we need inside us. We are worthy. We are connected. We are able to do things and complete things that we're meant to do. We can dust off those shrouds, push them off, and be who we're meant to be. Just take a moment to feel your physical body, see where you feel maybe tight, maybe really good this morning. Check in. Just bring hands to heart center. May we all develop practices that will brush off our malas or shrouds or dust, so that we are able to notice that there's beauty and there's grace within each of us, within others, and all around us. Please lower your hands, your eyes. We're going to start. So I like to use these magic rings, but I'm going to have you grab a block and lay on your back and see if you can find a spot like between your feet where you can hold that block up with your legs vertical, and bring your hands by your hips. And then just kind of take a moment to feel what it feels like when you squeeze the block. And then lift your head, lengthen the back of your neck, lift your shoulders, lift your arms, and slowly lower the legs away from you a little bit till you feel like, oh, that's hard. Draw your belly button towards your spine. Keep your spine lengthened. Keep squeezing the block. Maybe pump your arms a little bit just to make you think about something else. We're doing something. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then bring the block back up vertical. You can bend the knees if you want to, just to relax for a moment. Or even take the block out, it's your choice. And then lengthen the legs back up again. Hands by your hips. Lift your head and shoulders. And this time you're going to just make a circle. So circle with your legs. And then when you get back to center, go the other direction. And just keep going like that, alternating which way you circle. And you don't have to make big circles. You can go with small circles. Just keep long back of neck, rib cage back. And breathe. If you want to lift the hands, you can. Let's go. See if you can go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And relax. Take the block out for a moment. Bring your feet flat. And just with the block between your hands, just stretch your arms up over your head. And feel a little lengthening in the side body and in the belly muscles. You feel the curve in your low back. Good. Now squeeze that block, and as you squeeze, lift the head and shoulders forward and bring the block forward. Press your feet down and then slowly lower back down. So it's kind of a modified sit up, but you don't have to come all the way up unless you want to. Squeeze. You can come up. Just try. But go really slow. Squeeze the block. It helps. Hard for me to talk when I'm doing this. And keep going. And if you get tired, just don't come up as far. Go really slow and controlled. 5 more if you can. When you've had enough, just relax down. You've done 5. Stretch your arms up over your head. And stretch your legs long for a moment. Relax with the squeeze. Again, feel all those muscles stretch back out. And then come up to a seated position. And the block between your hands again. And just lean back a little ways until you feel like, oh, this is comfortable. I can hold it, but it feels like a little work. And then just twist to your left and hold. Breathe. Come back to center. Twist to your right and hold. Squeeze the block. Helps you stay connected in the right places in your core. And come back to center. To the left again. And to the right. One more time, each side. Push, squeeze the block. That's it. And last time to the right. And relax forward. Just lean forward. And breathe. Or where I can't get my... Get my music going. I guess you aren't missing out at home. Okay, come back. This time I'm going to have you bring it between your knees. And for me, I kind of like it the long way, but you guys play with it. You might like it the wider way. You might like it the long way up and down. And then lay back down. Your feet are right under your knees. And then squeeze the block and lift up to Setu Bandha. So bridge pose and lower. Squeeze and lift and lower. And just keep going like that. Just squeezing the block, lifting and lowering. I really want you to notice it in your core. It helps you stay grounded through your feet. And you definitely feel it in your hamstrings and quads. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and this last time as you lift, hold in the upper position. Squeeze the block, keep squeezing. And then little pulses. So just mini, lower the bum a little bit and lift back up. Keep squeezing. Feel it in your glutes. Breathe, lift your heart. Gotta brush off those malas and get that heart all shiny. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, lower down. Remove the block for a moment. Just set it on your belly. Just feel the breath move in and out. Noticing your heart rate and your respiration rate. Where can I just don't get it? No. Don't need music, right? Okay, one more with the block between your knees. And squeeze the block. And this time you're just going to lift head and shoulders and lower. Head and shoulders and lower. And if you want to, you can lift the feet a little bit with it. You don't have to. Squeeze the block. Figure out how your breath works best. It's really controlled. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Grab the block out. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees open. Stretch the arms up over the head with the block. It's like a butterfly. I promise the whole class won't be like this. And then close your knees. And I'm going to have you move to your bellies and scooch down enough that you can put the block down, and you're going to bring your hands on the block. And you can use 2 blocks here if your hands are too close together. So your arms are full length. Good. And then make sure your feet are at least hip distance, maybe a little bit further for this. And you're going to press down on those blocks to lift up and lengthen. So I want you to think. So inhale, lift, press down, exhale, lower. And keep going. Because the core is front, back, and sides, right? The pushing down really helps everything connect. Lengthen through the top of your head. Press through your feet. You shouldn't feel any pinchy in your low back. So just notice if you do and think, as I lift, I want to draw the rib cage back. So the lower ribs come together. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Good. Now just, if you had 2 blocks, just use one. Bring it behind your back, between your hands. And if that doesn't feel good on your shoulders, you can use 2 blocks side by side too, but you're gonna just kind of press the block and then lift again and hold. Keep thinking long side body, rib cage back, press the block, and lower. Take a moment. Breathe and breathe in hard. And then we're going to do it 5 times. So press the block and lift and lower. 2 and lower. 3 and lower. Rib cage back. 4 and lower. 5, squeeze and lower. Good. Push all the way back to a child's pose. Take a moment. When you're so focused and present with yourself, allows those shrouds to just blow right off of there. The key. Now, come on up. I'm going to have you sit with your feet to one side. And you just have to find a position that's comfortable. So it's like a mermaid position. And then you're going to grab your block and bring it out to your left side with your hand on it. Okay. Now press down and just notice how engaged your core gets when you press down. Yeah, and then bring your other hand out. Press down and twist hand by the other one and back and relax. Press down, twist, and back and relax. Think core. Press down, twist, back, and relax. 2 more times. Press down, relax. Last time. Hold, really press down. Feel the side body working. Good, and stretch back. And now bring the block overhead between your hands. Think, press into the block and then lean. And breathe. And come on out. Good, we'll switch sides. Do you feel that? Yeah, it's deceptively hard. And you really feel when you press down, like to bring the block back a little further so you can twist deeper, you can. But just notice when you press down how your core engages, right? Even all the way up through the top of your head. So press down, twist, come back, and relax. Press down, twist, and back, and relax. Keep going. Three more times. Last time. And back. And then bring the block overhead. Press it so you really feel that core engagement. And then arc towards your feet. Oh, breathe. And release. Now bring both feet in front of you. Oh, you made it through that part. Bend just your right knee. Interlace your hands here. And pull back and up so you feel that core engagement again. You feel nice and tall. And then maybe grabbing your knee with your left elbow, bring your right hand behind you. Engage a little twist. This time you're just lengthening out those core muscles. And breathing. Good. And then unwind. Pick that foot up, bring it across your thigh. We have to do a little hip opener, right? Feel that, see how it feels. If you want more stretch, you can lift that leg up. If that feels good and you want even more, you can either hook your elbow or even wrap. You decide, but keep that nice, strong and tall back. Maybe rock your baby side to side a little bit. Oh, that feels so good after all that core work. Good, and then grab the foot and the knee again and swing that knee all the way over so it's atop your other knee. And if that doesn't work, if your foot doesn't come down, you can keep it up too. But yeah, be mindful with your knees. And then nice long spine. And then if you still want more, this foot I always keep flexed and actively pressing down. You can lengthen your spine out over your leg and fold. Yeah. Deep hip opener. This is called half Gomukhasana, half cow face pose. Try not to round your low back. Just think long spine. It rounds a little bit, but you're always trying to make room between your vertebrae rather than compressing them. One more breath. And come on up. Good. Unwind. And we'll do that same thing on the other side. So you have to decide. I have different sides, special sides, right? Pull back and up with your hands interlaced. You feel that length and then twist. And breathe. Hey, finally worked. Good. Unwind. Bring that ankle over the thigh. You just have to find a spot that feels comfortable. And just kind of feel it out first. Try to keep both sits bones grounded. Maybe lift. Don't have to do that wrap thing. Just hold it. Feel like it's a therapeutic thing for your hip, your knee, and your ankle, really, and your spine. Rock your baby. And then grabbing the foot and the knee, bring the knee, stack it on top of the other. Take the time to lengthen. You feel it first, and then maybe fold over if that works for you. Not necessary. You get enough stretch sitting up. And I always want to add length to my spine, both sides. And come on up and unwind. Just bring your feet a little wider now. I always have to inner spiral my legs so that I notice my kneecaps and my toes point up. And you can get nice and tall in your spine. Feel the curve in your low back here. And try to keep that as you maybe fold forward. Maybe you grab your ankles or your feet. Stretch everything back out. Maybe rock side to side a little bit, just so nothing in your low body changes. Your pelvis and your legs are stable. You're just kind of stretching out those leg muscles by rocking. And breathing. Good, and then come on back up. Bring your legs together again, and let's come on up to standing. And just everyone bring your blocks up to the front of your mat, just in case you want to use them. And then standing, your best Tadasana, stretch your arms up. Grab your left wrist with your right hand to lengthen that side. We're just going to stretch out and then arc. Feel those core muscles stretching back out. They're stronger. Now we want to make them longer. Come back to center and switch. Good. Stretch it back up. And then this time, fold forward. Feet are hip distance. Using all parts of your feet. Bend one knee and the other, just kind of feeling it out. Stretching out the ligaments in your legs, using all parts of your feet. Good. And then hands on the blocks, if you will. Step your left foot back to a deep lunge. And just take a moment there. So left foot back, deep lunge. And then just lift and lower the heel a few times, just kind of stretching things out. I feel really tight in my hip flexors from all that core work. And then go ahead and lower the back knee if you want to use that. I forgot to give you that cush. There you go. And then slowly come upright when you're ready. Stretch up to Anjane Asana. Feel the length in your core. And just breathe. Your right hip crease stays in the same line as your left hip crease. Shoulders are square, hips are square. Good, and then touch down. You lift the back knee and step forward. Inhale, pranam, just extend your spine long. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step your right foot back to deep lunge. Lift and lower a few times. I always like to stretch out my foot, my calf. Good. And then lower the back knee when you're ready. And make your way upright. Stretch the arms. If that feels good, you can really feel length in your side body. If you want more, you can even use one of those blocks to squeeze and feel your core engage more. But mostly I want you to feel length. One more breath. And touch down. Good. Move the blocks out of the way for a moment. Lift the back knee and step back to your first downward facing dog. Bend the knees, lift the hips up and back. Feel the length in your core. Think shoulder blades on the back, but I'm broadening the clavicles to feel really engaged in my shoulders, front and back. Good. Inhale, come to a plank position. And exhale, lower to the mat. Inhale, come up to cobra. And just think of lengthening your spine, but not engaging too much in this one. You're just kind of lengthening back out. Breathe. And lower down. Good. Push back to all fours. You can find those blocks again. And then come up to downward facing dog on the blocks. Swivel your heels to the right. And then up and over to the left. And coming back to center, extend your right leg. And then step it to the inside of the right block. Deep lunge. Can you get it up there? Good job. Good. Now, step your left foot forward enough that you can ground the heel down. So the right knee stays bent. And then come up on your fingertips, maybe hands to the front knee. And come upright. So I always say hips square to the front, but in this position, you're going to be angled a little bit towards your left front corner. Feel the back leg holding you. Extend your arms. This is warrior one position, which I tend not to teach that often just because of the difficulty of that back leg. Good. Now see about straightening the front leg. Keep weight and steady in both feet. And then lengthen forward. Your blocks are there. You want. Urdhva. Lengthen out your hamstrings. Use all parts of both feet. Lifting the arches, really feeling stable in your legs. One more breath. And then bend into the front knee and step forward. Enjoy a moment in forward fold. And then inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. And inhale, sweep all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Let's keep going like that. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. Step all the way back to downward facing dog. Swivel your heels to the right and to the left. And then back to center. We're just trying to get everything stretched back out. Extend the left leg and step it through deep lunge. Sometimes it helps for warrior one if you bring the blocks to the higher height to step that foot forward. Then you're upright a little more. Find a good position for the feet. The left knee stays bent and come up. Stretch up. Warrior one. Breathing. And next inhale, straighten the left leg. And fold forward. Hands to the blocks if you want, or to the floor. Urdhva. And bend into the front knee. And step back to down dog. You can choose to go without the blocks if you want. Get that really safe feeling in your shoulders. I like to bend my knees and just think, I move my sits bones back and up and then re-straighten the legs. Feel that length in your spine. Feel the connection on both sides of your shoulders. Good. Inhale to plank. Exhale to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And please step your feet up to your hands to a forward fold. You can grab your blocks again if you want. Take a moment. Inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Close your eyes for a moment. I think you can always feel better, feel more open when you feel with your eyes closed. Good. Next inhale, stretch it up, open your eyes. Exhale, hold. Pranam. And fold. Step your left foot back to a deep lunge. This time, ground the back foot down. And then make your way up to warrior two. Make sure your knees tracking straight. Yeah. Feel that back foot. Feel the length in your core. All the work you did there. Feel how it helps support you in these poses. One more breath. And then left arm comes down the back leg, right arm comes up for a little reverse. Palm facing back. Good. And come back to warrior two. And please windmill down. Turn the back heel up. And step back. Down dog. Step your feet up between the blocks. And then step your right foot back to that deep lunge position. Ground the back foot down. And make your way warrior two. You can still see your big toe, your knees probably tracking straight. I always have to challenge my back foot to really stay engaged. Little toe side, inside edge, arches lifting. And then I can feel my core lengthen. And then reverse it. So right arm down, left arm up, palm facing back. And make your way back. Warrior two. And windmill down. Turn the back heel up. Step back. Downward facing dog. And go ahead and set the blocks off to the side if you're using them. And I'm going to give you the option here, either child's pose or vinyasa with me. Doing vinyasa, inhale to plank. Exhale to the mat. Inhale, cobra or up dog if you want. Exhale down. And then everyone push all the way back to child's pose. Just stack your hands under your forehead. Just feel the side body, the front body, the back body. Expand and contract with your breath. And go ahead and transition to your backs. Just move your blocks out of the way. And have you keep your knees bent, feet flat, and stretch your arms up over your head to really get the length. You can feel a curve in your low back. And then bend your elbows so you're in a cactus or a goalpost position. I guess it's coming on football season, right? And then lift your knees and press your knees and your feet together. Try to keep the curve in your low back as you then bring your knees to the right side. Keep your left shoulder blade down. Just engage a little twist here. Let the knees rest all the way down. If you want to, you can stuff your blanket underneath your knees. If it's too deep a stretch, you'll feel it in your left shoulder. Front of your left shoulder. Big stretch. Even turn your gaze to the left if you want. And then hugging the right knee into the left, bring them back to center. And on down to the left side. Turn your gaze to the right. Let everything stretch back out. And then hugging the left knee into the right. Bring the knees back to center. And then to bring them a little wider as you bring the feet down to the mat, right on the edge. And just engage in a little windshield wiper so both knees come to the right. And then up and over to the left. And just keep going like that. One more time each side. Excuse me. And then when both knees are up, hug the knees into your chest. Just grab a hold of them. Give yourself a little hug. Maybe roll up into a little ball. Roll side to side a little bit just to massage the middle back. And then lay your head and chest back down. Grab your knees. Just kind of roll all the way down till you're, I'm rolling side to side. I'm pushing my knees away a little bit at a time just to massage the low back and then the glutes. And then finally my arms are full length. The feet just dangle there. And then release the feet to the floor. Bring the soles together again. Knees open wide. Butterfly. Hands can be on your belly or your inner thigh. Checking in. And then please close the knees. And go ahead and stretch out for Shavasana, finding the best position for you to really relax. And just engage your breath. Let go of any tension. Just feeling every exhale is a new opportunity to let go. You want to do a little body scan from head to toe, just searching out for any unneeded tension, muscle energy, and let it go with an exhale. Especially relax your jaw. Perhaps let your teeth part slightly. Your tongue relax. Relax your belly, your back, sides. You work so hard. Relax the soles of your feet. Relax your face. Notice how your bones get heavier, heavier. Reconnecting with your breath. Still there. You just haven't thought about it for a while. Just notice it. Perhaps deepen it slightly. Feel the energy that it brings. When you're ready, you can start to move, wiggle in small ways. Eventually, drawing your knees in, rolling to the side. Just take your time pushing up to seated. And to share a reading from John O'Donohue's book. It's called Anamkara. One of my favorites. May you recognize in your life the presence, power, and light of your soul. May you realize that you are never alone, that your soul, in its brightness and belonging, connects you intimately with the rhythm of the universe. May you have respect for your own individuality and difference. May you realize that the shape of your soul is unique, that you have a special destiny here, that behind the facade of your life, there is something beautiful, good, and eternal happening. May you learn to see yourself with the same delight, pride, and expectation with which God sees you in every moment. And you get rid of all those shrouds. Hopefully that's how you feel. Bring hands to heart center. Thank you for shining your bright lights on me this morning. Appreciate it. Namaste. Gals. Thank you. Have a fabulous rest of your week of